Hello and welcome to our final episode of Robot Rebellion 2023. What a long journey we've been on, and it's time for some whiteboards. Here is the lineup for tonight's fights. We kick things off with spinners versus sportsmen. 3 spinners take on 3 non-spinners. That's going to be a fun fight. Then after that, a bit of a grudge match. Baby Shrek takes on Boom Zoom. Which one is greenest? We have a second grudge match after that. Aggro Wobber will be filling in to fight against Paradigm Spin there. That's going to be an exciting fight. UFOs will fly. Crash of the Comms. The 3 commentators, myself, Anderson and Jimmy, will take to the arena for an all-out battle. Then no spinners, no problem. So says these 3 robots. They're going to put on a great non-spinner rumble for us. Before our final match of the competition, the Celtic Crunch-Up. 6 robots enter. Only 1 comes out alive. We start off tonight, however, with the spinners versus sportsman match. And so let's meet the teams, disincluding Weebot, who doesn't have a card. Cryptomnesia, Jack Ward brings this pusher with the thick front armour. Very vulnerable tracks, we've seen them get sniped. They're a bit of a horse in this competition. Aggro Wobber, Smithers Edition, another one, Lifter. It is somewhat durable. Anderson continues to be the weakness for them. Cosmos, the underdog, returns to the arena. The multi-weapons are going for the drum this time. Digestive, this vert has been quite destructive, but didn't do quite so well in their heat. Going to look for some sort of vindication here. And lastly, Fang, Jean-Luc bringing the horizontal bat-themed spinner. We have Digestive, Fang, Cosmos, and then we have Cryptomnesia, Aggro Wobber, and Weebot.
Robot ears, stand by. 3, 2, 1, begin.
I love that the spinners and the non-spinners have all segregated themselves. Bits and pieces are going flying, and it's mainly Weebot.
To be fair, I broke a fair few controllers in my days when rage quitting, but this is ridiculous. Aggro Wobber going for flying lessons now.
Oh, what's that picture on the bottom of Aggro Wobber? Is that a picture of Craig? Amazing. Digestive going for a hit on the side of Cosmos, and then another hit on Cryptomnesia. Fang, meanwhile, bodying Digestive that looks to be a little bit still. Aggro Wobber still very much in this fight, as are Fang, Cryptomnesia, and Cosmos.
Although saying that, Aggro Wobber just managed to go and beat themselves on the carcass of Digestive.
Going down.
That is, I think they call it in the business, a ruddy shame.
Yeah, definitely. Aggro Wobber right next to the pit as well, so even if it does get loose. Oh, a little bit of a spark fly. Hey, there we go. Aggro Wobber's back.
Aggro Wobber's back.
Aggro Wobber is back.
Aggro Wobber's gone. He's on in the pit. He fancied a dip in the pond.
Well,
Fang still in this fight. The spinner still going ham. The spinner of Cosmos stops a little while ago.
Cryptomnesia taking some serious hits there from Fang. One of those side panels looking very, very poorly now. Cosmos trying to bring the drum into play, but I think the drum's making contact with the arena floor.
No, I think that was the spinner of Fang, actually, but Cosmos has been ditched by Cryptomnesia. What a hit there from Fang. And another.
Go on, Cryptomnesia. Oh!
Cryptomnesia still very much in this battle. Fang giving it a hard time too. Sliding all around the arena like it's an ice rink is Cryptomnesia, but they may well survive to the judges here, but the tracks have been taken out by Fang. This could be it for Cryptomnesia. Of course it's not, it's a little prick.
And still moving at the end somehow. It's fantastic.
Fang, the last robot standing, but we're going to throw to our judges who are judging on the criteria of good looks, murky water,
bribery,
skill issues.
So, we've discussed among the judges, as there are only 2 robots remaining, we'd like to put this to the audience vote to get the crowd involved.
Audience, this is over to you then. If you think Fang, the bat-shaped spinner, won the fight, give us a big cheer. If you think Cryptomnesia, the tracked wedge, won the fight, give us a big cheer. Oh dear.
Yay!
Your winner is Fang. The audience vote there scathing. Our next whiteboard is a grudge match between Baby Shrek and Boom Zoom. These two robots fight quite a lot over at the Robo Dojo competitions, but they wanted to bring it down south to this competition. Let's start with Baby Shrek. They were the number 3 seed in the main competition, a very strong vertical spinner. They're very green. They struggle with the old Google forms though. Couldn't fill in their strengths and weaknesses. Better luck next time, Sam. Better luck next time. They go up against Boom Zoom, who were the number 12 seed in the competition. This lifter is made of plastic, and it is also made of plastic. Yeah, who writes these? Let's join them in the arena. In the arena, we have Boom Zoom and Baby Shrek. Now, I can't lie, I don't know why these two wanted to fight each other. They just do. Oh, green on green action. Okay, sure thing. Okay. Yeah, loser has to change their colour to...
Robot ears, stand
Sky
by.
blue pink with brown
Pink.
spots.
Pink with brown spots sounds good,
3,
actually.
2, 1, begin.
Here we go, then. Up to speed is Battlebots. Boom Zoom getting around as well. Those forks coming in clutch.
Good evasive driving there by Boom Zoom, getting in at the side and avoiding that spinner at all costs, trying to get that lifter underneath and flip it over. Remember, if Baby Shrek does flip it...
Oh! Big hit there to Boom Zoom.
Never mind, big hit there. If Baby Shrek does get flipped over, its spinner will hit the floor and it can potentially damage itself, don't forget.
Locking forks, though, these two robots. Trying to get a flip, but not quite managing it. There's not really anything to flip where the weapon of Boom Zoom is. There's just a big spinner there, and I wouldn't probably want to hit that.
This is good driving here, and good tactics by Rob of Boom Zoom, pinning in Baby Shrek. Oh, and then flipping itself over. What a muppet.
Great hit, though, from Boom Zoom, driving him into the wall. Baby Shrek looking a little bit wonky. Oh, what's going on here?
Overbalancing, but just managing to get out of the way now. Boom Zoom trying to push back again. And again, pit button has been pressed. Down goes the pit. That's surely going to benefit Boom Zoom in this one. And the spinner of Baby Shrek appears to have stopped.
I don't see a weapon belt on that weapon any longer.
Wow.
I think it's gone. Where it's gone, I don't know.
What a magic trick. For my next trick, my weapon belt will disappear. Baby Shrek, though, using good driving here to pin Boom Zoom in. Good driving by Sam Price here as a hush goes over the crowd.
Yep, Boom Zoom waving to the audience. Now getting a good push back on Baby Shrek. And now Baby Shrek getting a push.
They're having a little bit of a kiss there. Oh, go on.
Aggressive tapping.
Hit him!
Anyone play Pac-Man recently? This is what it looks like nowadays.
9,
He's in a massive dot,
8,
and he's going
7,
for it.
6,
Oh, we could be
4,
seeing somebody
3,
go in the
2,
pit or not.
1.
Never mind.
Yeah,
The fight is over and it goes to the judges. The judges will be judging based on the categories of good laughs, good times, good vibes.
Well, I think we might have a record for quickest judge's decision ever, but it is a unanimous decision for Boom Zoom.
Way! Well done to that Wobbert Western.
I must admit, a pink Shrek will be very interesting to see in the future.
Boom Zoom, the greenest of them all. Next up, a pink robot, as promised. Aggro Wobber is back in the arena. They are going up against Paradigm Spin here. Now, this is a fill-in fight. Aggro Wobber wasn't meant to be the one fighting here, but they have stepped in at the last moment to fight against Paradigm Spin, so that Paradigm Spin can once again be flung somewhere into the air. Aggro Wobber, a very good wedge, should do the business here, sending Paradigm Spin flying just by existing, really. Of course, the wedge, antithesis of the spinner. Paradigm Spin, this full-body spinner, has good traction with its magnets. So says the team, but they have been seen more in the air than I think I've seen them on the ground. A substitution for this fight. It will now be Aggro Wobber Smithers edition taking on Paradigm Spin.
Robot ears, stand by. 3, 2, 1, begin.
The pin brawler of Paradigm Spin getting up to speed and flying like a UFO. We love to see it. Does the spinner spin anymore, though? We don't know. Does it drive anymore? Does Aggro wobber drive anymore?
Aggro wobber seems to be dead on one side. I think that might be them done for already. Spinning out of its circumference, I think.
There we go. Everybody's spinning now.
You spin me right round, baby, right round. Go on, hit it, yes. Oh dear.
Here we go again. Paradigm spin, looking at him.
Hit.
Is there a call for another hit?
Are they both dead? I don't know. What's going on?
Who knows? Who knows? I'm glad we've got the round of 4 after this, I'll tell you what.
Back to reality at least. Or there is some movement there.
Paradigm spin back up to speed. Oh! Massive hit to the back end of Aggro Wobber Spinners Edition.
Yeah,
I think it might be
that
kaput.
might be it for Aggro Wobber. Brave performance, but Paradigm Spin collects a victory. Its first victory of the weekend, I think.
Our next matchup is the clash of the commentators. Jimmy, Anderson, and... Oh, I'm meant to be in this fight. I better do this commentary right quick then. Okay, well, let's talk about the robots. Come on, let's hurry it up. First of all, we have Jimmy Cotton bringing Voltergeist to the arena. The lifting forks, very reliable, nervous driver. I should have a good advantage against him, I reckon. Hammer driven by Anderson Hill this time. The pusher with a small and compact sort of shape. The Anderson noticing there is no hammer. Yeah, very interesting. I'm on the grabber lifter of Toucan. It's a competent robot. Incompetent driver? How dare... Right, that's it.
In the blue corner currently... Now, correct me, is this Voltergeist, isn't it? There
It is
have been
Voltergeist,
a series
yes.
of robots here.
Yeah. So Voltergeist is being driven by Jimmy Cotton, a local. Jimmy has been doing all of the interviews of all the competitors all day, today and yesterday. Is an absolutely lovely, lovely guy. And he's going to send his robot into his opponents. So I believe Toucan, the yellow robot that's closest currently to the red square, is being driven by Jevon, and I believe Hand the Hammer is being driven by Anderson, I think.
A non-spinner fight, personally my favourite kind of fight. We should get a good long fight out of this. Lots of control to be had here. The judges to our left will definitely be looking at control and aggression, and some good weapons to get into play as well here.
Absolutely. I did see Jevon practicing with Toucan earlier, so the pressure's on him to deliver here, I think.
So this is our commentators' rumble. Once again, we have in the red square Toucan being driven by Jevon. In no square at all, we have Hand the Hammer being driven by Anderson. And then we got Jimmy with Voltergeist in the blue square.
3,
Here we go
2,
then.
1. Begin.
Away we go. Voltergeist goes straight in to Hand the Ham. There's Toucan letting the other two engage to begin with. Voltergeist heading towards Toucan now. In underneath goes Toucan, and Hand the Ham's there as well. Yeah.
Interesting mix-up of robot types here in that Hand the Hammer doesn't have an active weapon.
It doesn't,
Which-
but it does have a very, very low front wedge, which has been effective throughout this competition.
And I'm wondering if that simplicity might be an advantage for Anderson, picking up this robot for the first time and just driving it in a fight straight
Pit.
away.
Enable.
Absolutely. Pit is available. 30 seconds have elapsed in the fight. Toucan has a good grab on Voltergeist, who is caught in the jaws of Toucan. Hand the Ham hits the pit
Going
release.
Teamwork here, I feel, from Jevon and
A little
Anderson.
bit of-
Jevon gets the grab, Anderson opens the pit, but not quite able to capitalise.
Yeah, a little bit of collaboration maybe between the two. Voltergeist is kind of stuck on its own fork. I wonder if that's bent out of shape a little bit. Toucan is now speared in the wall. Jevon would have no experience of that in the past.
Toucan, of course, ideally would like to get a grab with the lower forks underneath. It's done well grabbing down, but if it can get the lower forks under and
Like
lift,
that.
it will have complete control of its opponent.
Absolutely, and it can also suplex over the top as well. Hand the Ham in there with Voltergeist. Toucan in underneath Hand the Ham now. Voltergeist still stuck in the air, and Toucan guiding it towards the pit. Almost
I
in.
thought that was our suplex there.
Voltergeist is down. Hand the Ham. Can they push Toucan down? Not quite. And in fact has now stopped completely. Anderson is frantically wiggling the sticks, but nothing doing, I don't think. I think it's high-centered. Toucan and Jevon are going to take the win here, circling in delight. And it's a win for Toucan. Jevon, it's your first win. Well done.
Right, that showed them. Moving on with my glorious win. We have the no spinners, no problem matchup. 3 non-spinners going to have a wonderful rumble here. We have Sir Lancerfrog, Bop, and Aggro Wobber back in the arena once again. It's getting its money's worth out of fights tonight. First of all, Sir Lancerfrog, the 4-bar lifter, was the number 6 seed in the main competition. It's a very durable and reliable robot. It's going up against the very cute Bop. This hammer, so angry, so very angry, he's going to bop everybody on the nose. And finally, Aggro Wobber Smithers Edition. We've seen them several times already tonight. You know what they look like, you know who they are. And so without further ado, let's join them down in the arena for this non-spinner fight.
We have in the red square, Aggro Wobber Smithers Edition. In the blue square, Bop. And in no square, Sir Lancerfrog. It's Frog versus Bop versus Wob. Bop, Wob, Frog.
Robot ears, stand by. 3, 2, 1, begin.
Here we go then. Bop in with the hammer and a nice bop on the frog's head.
Yeah, before being flipped over there, self-righting really well, though Bop has been working fantastic today, apart from that little glitch it had in its Annihilator fight earlier. Meanwhile, Sir Lancerfrog seems to have managed to fix the issues that were descended upon it earlier on in this tournament. Aggro Wobber, bit of an unlucky weekend, but hey, fair play to David for still trying and having some fun.
I think this is a whole new lifter setup on Sir Lancerfrog here. It seems to just be a straight up and down lifter instead of the 4-bar that they usually run.
Yeah, definitely seems to be the case. I believe the 4-bar was a little bit tired after its dusting up with the baby deadbot earlier.
Aggro Wobber has lost a wheel and now
somehow
got high-centered on an arena seam. Lancerfrog is trying to free him, as is Bop. Look at the sportsmanship from these drivers.
Exactly.
They're all so lovely. Bop
it's
has
all
just
about,
smacked him on the
it's
head.
all about carnage and destruction and helping out your fellow roboteer. Never forget that.
Look at the sportsmanship as Bop wails hits upon the frog's head.
Showing absolutely no respect there whatsoever for their opponent. Making frog soup.
We've stolen their Tom Brewster's joke. Good. Lancerfrog seems to be a little bit stuck and now is very close to the pit, but manages to get away. Bop is being
He's
lifted,
on his
but
last frog legs.
Anderson, what a terrible joke. Please stop making it.
Blame Brewster.
No, it's your jokes. Aggro Wobber seems becalmed now. It's got a bit of a left-right turn to it, but Bop and the frog seem to be doing the business.
Oh.
Very good escape, but it isn't quite over yet.
8,
It's 8 seconds left
7,
in this match.
6,
now Frog is immobilized. Bop is
4,
struggling to drive, or
3,
is it just moving
2,
very cautiously?
I do think Sir Lancerfrog croaked there at the end.
What have I told you about the puns?
Do you want to know my favourite robot? Punjar. Thank you very much.
Stop this now. Stop.
Much appreciated. I'm actually between. That once again is an audience vote between
Lancerfrog
between Lancerfrog
and Bop.
And Bop.
So if we think Sir Lancerfrog won the fight, let's have a big cheer. If we think Bop won the fight, then let's have a big cheer. Your winner is Craig Croucher and Bop. So it is tradition at these events to hand out some builder awards to those robots that may not get recognized otherwise for just ingenuity and excellence in other ways, shapes and forms. For that, I'm going to throw over to our esteemed judges for their awards.
So first off, we'd like to give our award for the best new bots. We've been very lucky this weekend that we've had a lot of new robots, new builds. Some of them from experienced teams, some of them from new teams, and a lot of them have really impressed. The robot we would like to give this award to is a newcomer to the weight class who has just blown us away with the quality of their build and the quality of their fight. So our best new bot is Toucan.
Okay, our next award is for the best design. Now, what we're looking for here is not necessarily a robot that is well designed and wins everything. We're looking for something that's maybe interesting, a little bit different, something that maybe looks entertaining but is not necessarily performing well, or a combination of all of those. And the one we've picked is not only well engineered, but also aesthetically very pleasing and a bit of a crowd pleaser as well. So we would like to give this one to Bop.
We save this for after the final.
That's a bit obvious, isn't it?
Our next award doesn't really need much explaining. It is for the most destructive. We've had some very destructive fights this weekend. We've had a lot of debris strewn around the arena. But I think most of the time Dave's been in the arena on his hands and knees with a brush. It has been because of one robot, and that robot is Gizmo.
And the awards coming from ourselves, there's obviously one from Anderson and Jevon there, but our last award that we're giving out was the judge's choice. Again, there's no set criteria for this. It can be one that we just personally like, it can be one that's done well, or it can be one that, in the face of adversity, never gives up. Even when your wheels are getting pulled off, or should I say, when your tracks are getting pulled off. So we would like to give this one to Cryptomnesia.
That must mean over to us as well then. We have the honour of handing out the People's Champion Award this year, and the robot that has won it very early on in the competition, I think.
Yeah, it took us all of 10 seconds to decide this, I think.
We are thrilled to award the People's Champion this year to Felix Townsend and Bloodshot. Congratulations to all our amazing Roboteers in their awards, and now it is time for our final match of the whole competition. It's the Celtic Crunch-Up. Let's meet the teams. Chucky, Dylan Stanley brings this flipper robot. It can take a hit or maybe two. It might be too fast to react, however. We have Cormoran, the sit and spin, or rammer. They've got an interesting setup once again here. The sheer size of it is difficult to deal with. Arctic Furno, a vertical spinner with adaptive and cunning. Shremek, it can also be used as a weapon. Babrog, the grabber lifter and winner of our Annihilator not 2 episodes ago. The speed and durability saw them through. Then Snake, their other robot for Team Babrog, the grabber. They bring that along, as well as Jackhammer, Reese Malcolm and the team bring this hammer saw into the final match. So there are many robots from the land of the Celts, and that's the end of my Scottish impression.
So we got some weird robots from Ireland and Scotland.
And Wales as well, actually.
Oh, we got a Welsh one in there as well.
So we have the Irish bots, Babrog and Snake. We have the Welsh Jackhammer, and we have... I don't actually know where Chucky's from. Wales as well. Lovely stuff.
Never heard of it.
And, of course, Arctic Furno there from... Scotland.
As a Scottish person, gents, they were terrible accents. Absolutely terrible accents.
It's better than yours.
So place your bets. Which country is going to come out on top?
Give us 10 minutes.
Just think how many swimmers have drowned because all that sharp edge protection is on Cornwall. Yeah, so just a reminder, we've got Snake and Babrog, we've got Jackhammer and Chucky, we've got Arctic Furno, and we have Cormoran.
Cormoran so large, takes up 1/2 of the arena. Where's Cormoran representing? I'm guessing Scotland.
Robot ears, stand by.
Cornwall. Ugh.
3,
Oh, there's a Cornwall over there.
1, begin.
Here we go then, the sun god in the middle, already being bent out of shape with its long prongs of doom.
Yeah, representing Cornwall, which is like Devon, but better.
Yeah, no comment there.
As you can
Good
tell,
lift.
we're fried at this point. We don't care anymore.
Babrog getting underneath just about everything. Something went flying. A shard of cormorant prong. Chucky in with Arctic Furno, lifting him up against the side wall. Babrog as well, trying himself right out of it.
Babrog would be a favourite for this one. It proved in the Annihilator it does very well in group battles, but look at the speed and power of Chucky there.
Oh, Jackhammer's just removed a whole prong. The devastation.
Thankfully, they've got several more.
The pit's being opened. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Cormoran is over the pit. Now nobody else can go in it.
Yeah, it's not in the pit proper job, though, is it? That sounds
Jackhammer
horrifying.
seems a bit stuck over here next to Cormoran, stuck on top of the prongy things. That could be 2 robots out. Babrog's in the pit as
Babrog!
well.
Now, that's a surprise to me. I thought they were going to win this one due to their ability to hang in there in group battles.
I think he's trying to lift Cormoran out of the pit. It's not going to work, lads.
the hero we all needed.
So 3 remain. Snake, Chucky, and Arctic Furno. Chucky with a good push on Arctic Furno, turning him upside down. Trying to self right now is Arctic Furno. Does so.
Snake just sort of doing its thing, moving around.
I'm
trying
not
to
sure
avoid
it is
everything.
doing its thing
Oh!
much more, actually. I think its thing might have stopped.
Especially after that shot there right on the backside.
Yes.
Chucky's still doing its thing, though, thankfully.
9, 8,
We're in the
Well, that
final few
Snake-
moments of this battle.
5,
Propped
4,
upright.
3.
Arctic Furno being flung around by Chucky. And it goes to the judges.
Well, the judges have already said as there were only 2 robots left, they wanted an audience vote there for that one. So just reminders, Arctic Furno is the white machine with the spinner, Chucky is the blue machine with the lifter. If you think Chucky won, please make a noise of some description now. And same thing for the other one, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty decisive. The winner from a land I've never heard of, Chucky!
Hey!
And so, Robot Rebellion 2023 comes to a close after 18 weeks of robot combat action, all filmed within one weekend at Chatham Historic Dockyard. What a ride we have been on. I'd like to say a massive thank you to the entire cast and crew for helping to make this series what it is. All 48 plus Roboteers, Stephen Atwell for the live edit, Anderson Hill, Jimmy Cotton, my co-hosts, Ryan Bratley, and of course the EO, Gareth Anstey. We will be back for a 2024 series, so look forward to that. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and we shall see you again in the future.